I want to share the 10 new colours of Joyful Gessoh with you. Now, what I'm going to be painting from are the sample pots, but they will of course be coming in their final version in the same fantastic little bottles that all of my other Joyful Gessohs come in. I like to store them on their lid, and also just pointing out that Creative Expressions put that colour dot on the top so that if you do store yours right way up, it just makes it easier to grab the colour that you want. But because I store them upside down, their bottoms are always colourful, so it's all very nice. Now there's 10 new colours altogether, and they all have that fantastic ultra super matte finish that loves mixed media. So loves coloured pencils, it loves watercolour, of course acrylic paint, layer cake, whatever you want to throw at it. It's also a fantastic stamping surface. As the name suggests, gesso, you can use it as a background or a building block for your paintings, but there's nothing to stop you from using it just as you would a normal acrylic paint. Let's swatch out the colours. We're going to start with Silver Lining. I'm using the Skinny Mini, which is a toothbrush shaped brush. It's got super fine nylon bristles, absolutely packed with them, and it's fantastic for background painting or larger areas, getting things done really quickly and expressively. But it's also fantastic for collage because you can get such flat application of paint because of the bristles. Also, because it's got that parallel to the surface profile, it's really wonderfully controllable because we're used to brushing our teeth. So this shape just seems very natural. Anyway, I'm also going to be adding the paint to a little journal that I'm going to take with me to Japan. So I'm going to put each colour on a page so that it's just all pre-prepared and fun for when I travel. Even though this is ultra matte, this is still a metallic, but it's a twinkling semi-sheer, this silver lining. It's just a beautiful touch of magic that you can layer over other colours or use on its own, of course, but you know, like a little bit of a glistening of a mermaid's tail, a little bit of a shine in the eye. That's what this is going to, or a little bit of starlight. That's what this is beautiful for. Next colour is Wonderful Wisteria. This blue is so soft. It's a real cornflower blue. It just seems even more matte when you look at it than any of the other colours. I can't really say it's my new favourite because I say that all the time. So, and I try not to pick favourites. It's not fair. But it's just absolutely gorgeous. And I'll put a little bit of this on top of the silver, and the contrast between this beautiful soft matte pastel lilac-y Wonderful Wisteria, it's so beautiful on top of the glimmering silver. The next colour is Lovely Lapis Lazuli, which is a beautiful gemstone, of course, usually found in Afghanistan. It's like traditionally the most beautiful lapis lazuli is found there, but I think you can find it in other places. But where I was astounded by this stone was in Egypt, and seeing the jewellery of Tutankhamun and the use of this colour next to gold and with other gem colours. Absolutely gorgeous. So I can't wait to paint those combinations. This is Bolt Out of the Blue. And the names, I have so much fun with all the names. And of course, all of these names have to do with joy because these are Joyful Gessohs. Now, these three blues, I was in pursuit of a new blue. And the swatches came through and there were 3 choices. And I loved all 3 of those and said, let's do all 3. And here they are. So that first blue again was Wonderful Wisteria. Then we had Lovely Lapis Lazuli. And now we have Bolt Out of the Blue. Isn't that just gorgeous on the paper? This gorgeous purple creature is part of a celebration for Halloween. There are 3 Halloween colours, and this is Peppy Purple. Originally, it was going to be called Witchy Poo, but then if it does get to stay in the permanent collection, it doesn't really go, that name doesn't really sit in with all the joyful names of the Joyful Gessoh. So Peppy Purple is its official name, but its nickname is Witchy Poo. Next up, we have Vibrant Vermillion, and this colour is part of the new warm set of mixing colours. So we have our red in here. You can use any of those blues, but the mid blue or bolt out of the blue would be good for mixing colours. And there's a beautiful new yellow, which I'll show you in a second. So in the original set of 20 colours, we have the cool mixing colours. Now we have our warm mixing colours, so you can mix any colour you like now. Nothing's stopping you. But in and of themselves, they're just a delight. And this colour, it's a very, very, very pinky warm red. Now I get to show you another one of the Halloween editions. So this is Jack-o'-lantern, was its secret name, but its official name is Optimistic Orange. And this is the way I feel about orange. Orange is my power colour in terms of accessories, and it's a colour that I don't use that often when I'm painting out of the bottle. I tend to mix it, but now that I've got this beautiful orange, I think I'll be using it a lot more, because this is just such a nice shade of orange, especially if you're thinking about it going to be a background colour, because orange is very arresting. I love orange because it's completely modern to me. It's the hope of the future. I know that's a lot to lay on a colour. Orange, you have to look after us all. No, it's a beautiful colour, and it makes me feel optimistic. So it's Optimistic Orange. And this is Warm and Fuzzy Yellow, fantastic for mixing other colours. This is a really beautiful warm yellow. It's a contrast to Laughing Lemon, which is a very, very, very cool yellow tone from the main collection. And this is a wonderful addition. Just look how beautiful that is next to that Optimistic Orange. Doesn't that just make you feel happy? And this Energetic Emerald is part, again, of the Halloween colours. Its original code name was Boogie Man. And it's just such a beautiful green. It's the exact green of regeneration after a bushfire in Australia. Now, if there's a fire goes through, for the plants and the vegetation, it's a natural part of what it has to go through for a lot of Australian plants, and they have to have that. And then when it regrows, that's the green, where it's real sprout green, full of life. And this is the delightful Beaming Brown. Now, this colour I really wanted in our first release, but it was difficult to get the colour right. But here our beautiful Beaming Brown is, and a lovely colour for portraits, fantastic colour for backgrounds, because all of the other colours can really sing against this kind of brown that's got a little bit of a purple undertone to it. So these are the 10 new Joyful Gessohs. You can find them at janedavenport.com or any Creative Expressions and Cosmic Shimmer stockist. And they join the 20 other Joyful Gessoh colours. So we really have this incredible spectrum of beauty now. 30 colours. And I love them all.